now that I've shown you the inside muffler, because I want a larger outlet. I want to get rid of the dual muffler system, so I'm not going to run this extra baffle I have here. That was something I did just to let it breathe a little bit when I was using this one for milling. I bought a 3120 for milling. I'm still working out some things I think that aren't quite right with that saw. I have found online where some guys have modified the carburetors on the 3120s to get the high-speed adjustment. And I'm not trying to build a hot or anything, I just want to make sure it's getting plenty of fuel. Anyway, so I'm using the 3120 for milling, not this one anymore. The 394 has been my basic, felling saw. I do get firewood. I help people out with firewood. I go and I get my own firewood for heating the shop. And I was getting that time of year I need to go get a little more. Right now it's raining well, it's just ugly outside. So what I plan on doing before I open this up is I don't have any video on the muffler that I did before. I did that on that 570. But the gist of it is it's kind of like you've seen the exhaust off the Iron Horse, which is I don't know if he invented it, but that's where everyone's going to. It's just a straight pipe, back a little bit with the side pipe coming out of it to get, the most you're going to get out of that saw without getting an expansion chamber on it. Well, I do something similar to that, except I build off the exhaust side of this muffler, the intake of the muffler, and I build basically a tube. I usually go with the shape of the exhaust port, and I come out and then I bend down, block that off, and then put like on the 570 roughly 5/8 diameter port in that tube, and then come across the top, clear across the top right above the exhaust opening here with the same 5/8 tube, leaving roughly 3/4 of an inch between that and the side. And the theory behind that is one, you're not going to get a true tuned exhaust, but it's about building back pressure, but at the same time getting good flow. I think, in my humble opinion, the biggest detractor to these can mufflers is exhaust length. So with the RPM and the volume of air pushing through there, I try to get the advantage of like I said, like the Iron Horse exhaust, but also giving you room for the exhaust to come out of that and expand and cool, and then the length of this other tube, this exhaust tube, and the diameter of it is going to give it even more exhaust length. Once the exhaust is cooled outside of the initial header piece, it will actually, evacuate faster through, like I said, a preheated exhaust tube. That's the theory behind it. I do know it works well. I don't know if it's the last word, but then when it's all said and done, this is going to look, so I'll get rid of that, and I'll still come out the same side hole with a deflector, so it'll still have the appearance of a stock saw, but that muffler, in theory, is going to give it, not a lot more torque, some quicker revs, and maybe even a little more top end revs, because of the length of the pipe will help it achieve that. Again, along with that, and the porting that I do on the cylinder. It's pretty mild.